guys, it's Tiff back for another Mini Mix Media Monday. Hope everyone had an amazing week. And as you see, today we're working on the back of that yellow paper bag and a map that had some orange ink already on it. And so I'm grabbing this old, I think it was 1941 or something, letter. Man, the handwriting back then, you just can't beat it. So I'm going in, and without thinking too much about it, because y'all know how I roll, thinking it's so overrated. So I'm going in with my Oohoo glue stick, and I'm just going to take a few bits of this beautiful handwritten letter, and I'm going to slap it down with the glue stick and see where that takes us. So I cut my finger there with a paper cut. Those little things can hurt so bad, so that's why I've got my Band-Aid. And I'm going in here with my Deco Arts gesso. And remember, this is the gesso that I started using because it is super, super smooth. Doesn't have like a ton of grit in it. And I'm going in just because I saw a piece of masking tape that was sitting over there to the side, and I thought, why not use it? The things I do in this studio, guys, it just cracks me up sometimes. Just the random little bits that I see, and I'm like, oh, let me use that. It's a great excuse not to clean your work area. So if you're looking for an excuse, I'm giving you the pass today. And so I'm just taking that palette knife and just roughly moving that gesso around to kind of bring it all together. And well, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to grab my pencil here and make some marks in that gesso, because I do love, and I know time and time again I do this, but I do just enjoy so much the texture that this adds to the overall project. So I encourage you to grab something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pencil, but dig into that gesso and see what you think. You don't know what you like and what you don't like unless you try it. So we want to go and make sure that we use that heat tool to dry that up pretty well. And this, my wonderful, amazing friend PJ, she sent me this color shift. Well, she actually came to the retreat and brought it to me. So she brought me this color shifting folk art craft paint. Oh my gosh, it is so dreamy, guys. I had never seen this. I have so much paint. I never really look in the paint section these days because, well, I really need to use it all. But it is so freaking cool. It kind of shifts depending on the light. So, and now I'm going in with some Deco Arts Metallics Gold, because I was really thinking, you know, orange and teal. I love how those play together, and you can't go wrong with the little touch of metallic, right? So I grabbed that in my palette knife, and that was the first time I've ever used that. The gold. So I'm just kind of playing around here because in all Tiffany fashion, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm glad you guys like my stuff because I am so clueless to what is going on. I just go with my gut and just let it go. So I'm going in with the Lucas Payne's gray paint in the palette knife here. And I just felt like it needed some darker values to kind of get this page kind of going. So that's what I'm going to go with, and I'm going to let that dry. And I do love using the palette knife, guys. If you're wanting to get messy and that's something that you've been trying to create in your pages, then I really challenge you to grab a palette knife and just use it. Get a good feel for it, because it's a great way to get messy. And here I'm going to go in with some, I think that's Nickel Azo Gold, Golden's fluid acrylic. And I'm really just wanting to cover up some of that really bold yellow with some of the orangier colors and undertones that I had on the page on the right. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to pick it up, lift that color up. And what do you know? I think I flip it over and I've got, well, I didn't show you guys, but it turned out a really cool scrap now that I'll have in a future project. So I never throw those little bits away, surprise, surprise, because I use them in all kinds of stuff. So I'm really liking the depth that the page has now. I love the colors. And then I saw this little piece of it was actually where I wasn't really happy with the layers, and I took my palette knife and popped up some of the collage bits. And well, why am I going to throw that away when it has all that delicious color? And that one also was one of the scraps that I picked up in my sometimes you have to deconstruct to reconstruct to find something that you like. And so that's kind of what happened here. And I'm showing you the color shift. I really, really love it. So I'm playing with that pattern to see what I like. And then I remembered that I had kind of like an archway in one of my vintage photos. And that was me clicking, guys, to show you that I was going to cut it out. I did cut it out and I did not like it. So here is some of the doors and windows that I've talked to you guys before, and I've used them in projects. I actually used some in the Somerset Studios May 2018, one of my articles in that magazine. I have used doors. So I'm tearing out just a few of these that I've printed on my home computer, and I'm just kind of playing and tinkering with the idea of which ones I like, where would I like it to be, and I kind of peeled that up and thought, well, maybe I like when I do collage materials that I put collage elements on top of them to kind of bring them into the background. So I'm pretty sure that I've shared that tidbit or tip before. So if that's something you like to, I don't like for it to just look like it's stuck to the page. I want to kind of incorporate it into the background, and that will require you to add some of the elements from the background to the top. So I'm adding masking tape, and guys, I work really quickly. So if you ever get a chance to see me in a live workshop or join me in a retreat, you will notice the faster I work, the less thinking I do. And you know, it's really just how I like to work. Happy accidents happen, so that's why I work very quickly. The more you think about it, well, the less messier it is. And I like to be messy, and I like to have fun when I'm doing art, and it brings me joy, so that's how I roll. So I'm going in here, and I kind of talked about, this is my crackle paste, and I know I've used it time and time again, guys. I just can't get enough of the crackle paste. Love it. So I'm going to go in here and add that bit of collage in the bottom. And, well, to be honest with you guys, I had a little snafu. So the camera kind of went cattywampus, and you will not see the final steps that I did, but I've had to let the crackle paste crackle, and it's best if you let the crackle paste crackle without the heat gun. So I'm going in to bring that color shifting color back to the top because it kind of got a little lost once I put the crackle paste in. And I wanted to bring that back up to the surface, so I'm going to do that. And I am going to post a picture at the end, guys, to just show you what it final project looked like, because that part of the video did not take. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about me. Till next time, toodaloo.